today we're at First Light in South Melbourne, one of the most exquisite experiences that you can have as an apartment purchaser right here in Melbourne, Australia. Let's take a look from the very beginning. So here at First Light, what I love about this project is how much the showroom has endeavored to replicate the exact living configurations of the finished product. So first of all, this initial area that you see is going to be this initial space where there will be services that will be brought up to your apartment. So this particular project, it couples a hotel development as well as a residential development together with 96 keys available within the hotel offering and 35 keys for residents, where they will have access to all the services that the hotel is offering. So including F&B options and private chef services that will come right towards your doorstep. But setting foot into the main area, this is a $150,000 upgrade. And the flip side of this will be the fireplace. So come around with me this way and you'll be able to see that this development has not shortchanged any amount of space. Every unit that you're going to receive is going to be within the inscription of this much space. And this project being developed by DCF, what they've envisioned initially was to be able to showcase a living area that is quite expansive. Instead of compromising on every single space, they wanted to ensure that you have this decent amount of space as an apartment, however, having different numbers of bedrooms into the living quarters of the actual unit itself. As you can see, the apartment enjoys quite a lot of natural light around the curvature of the edges of the building. And one of its iconic features is this Buffy Island kitchen, which kitchens in normal projects typically arrange itself slightly differently in that you've got the kitchen wall and the island kitchen that are running parallel to each other. However, this particular project have decided to put the massive Buffy kitchen perpendicular to the wall section of the kitchen, which I find incredibly unique. Obviously, this being a display suite, we don't have the flues that will come with this setup. These appliances connect as a smart feature to every technology that you might need. The door opens automatically, and from here there is a camera installed within the oven itself for you to be able to see how far you have come at cooking your favorite dishes, as well as this option here as well. There we go, and boom, there we have it. Fantastic. And a chef will actually come to your property to teach you how to make the most optimum use of these appliances as well. Swinging over this side, we actually have a built-in fridge, which is also meal air specification as well, with ample amounts of storage into the walled cabinet style kitchen that you're going to have. A very, very interesting note to mention is that all of these cabinet spaces that you have in storage is actually a lot more than what's available through this side here. And swinging around, let's have a look at the butler's kitchen. What we see here in the kitchen is this storage space. Now, just because this storage space is not visible out in the main kitchen area, that doesn't mean that the developer has made this area look cheap or not as complete, because as you can see, this is very exquisite with LED lighting available, as well as the cabinet space quite long, about 90 centimeters into the wall itself, making storage available for very, very large kitchen tools available. Not to mention this stainless steel top kitchen preparation area where you can make as much mess as you'd like here that you wouldn't otherwise make outside, allowing for any kind of aficionado food preparation that you would ever imagine. So coming from this expansive living area, we're going to have a look inside the bedrooms. So every apartment option and units are going to be connected from the living area into the bedroom spaces. And this is another thing that the developer has thought of, which is to create a recess in the corridor so that it creates a disruption, so that it's not just a flat wall, so that you can turn your house into a bit of a gallery. And first thing that I am impressed by are these mesh cabinet doors, which then open up to reveal this beautiful LED lit wardrobe space, as well as these fantastic drawers and the way it splits up into his and hers options. From the wardrobe space, the first thing I noticed is this incredibly exquisite vanity dressing table. This is over the top luxury. This table is stone table and a fantastic material, incredibly durable as well. This mirror wall actually is a secret space where the ladies can put their bits and pieces, as well as a gap that is hidden between the table and the wall itself, where you can store all your power points so that all your power outlets become hidden behind it as well. And the fact that the developer has thought about that, I think, is a very, very exquisite touch. Swinging around into the bedroom itself, the curtains, as well as some of the kitchen features and the lighting that you would see around in this apartment are all smartly controlled by the central Google Hub, as well as this floor, which I find exquisite. This stone floor, which is porous, which then allows air to be breathed into these stone floors, which then allows for cool during hot seasons and allows for warmth during cold seasons. Coming into the wet areas from the main bedroom area, is what I've noticed is that there is a continuation of the flooring into the wet area, which I think is a very, very special touch. You get to keep this uniform look. However, this wet area, of course, comes with waterproofing. And here, what I noticed is that the bench top of the actual vanity itself is the same black stone material that you've seen out in the kitchen, which uniforms that theme across the apartment. However, I see that there's actually no sewage hole within this vanity itself. That's because it's hidden underneath the tile piece, which then allows the water to run off into the sewage area, which then creates this exquisite look, which I will show a lot more closer. And it also stops the water from staying stagnant to discolor the vanity itself, which I think is an exquisite touch. A very simple touch that actually sets itself apart from other developments that I have seen. On the other side of the bathroom, we have one of the most spacious design for toilet and showers. This truly is a floor plan for those people who really, really enjoy large and open spaces. Does not feel like an apartment at all. We've got the toilet cavity, which is quite wide, as well as the shower and the rain head that is installed right onto the ceiling, not to mention storage available recessed into the walls. And these vertical surfaces that have been uniformly designed to match the floor, not only in the wet areas, but also continuing into the living area itself, as well as a standalone bathtub, which I think has an ultra modern touch. So this gives you a perspective of what the actual floor plans look like across the First Light project. This particular configuration is available on the 17th floor. 1701 is the unit number with this one. As soon as you come in through the door, there will be available spaces where the hotel services can access your property without actually setting foot inside your property, of course. And this curved wall feature that we saw at the beginning of the showroom there is stylized into the floor plan, either as a study, however, also as a third bedroom, which has been stylized into this particular floor plan. As you can see, we are about to showcase yet another floor plan. However, you will appreciate the fact that the living area is roughly about the same size. So the other option that we'll be looking at is a 4-bedroom option instead of this being a 3-bedroom option. However, you might be able to appreciate that the living area remains in the same size and configuration as the other. However, the O1 options will get a view out towards the botanical gardens, and the western option, the O3 option, will get a view out towards Albert Park. What I deeply, deeply appreciate about this floor plan is that there is a door that could actually cover the corridor up so that the living area and the bedroom areas can be completely separated, allowing for that privacy, whilst there might be something more public going on in the living area itself. So let's swing around to unit number 3 and we'll have a look at that one. And so this is the O3 option available right now, and the entranceway allows for a view straight out into the main living area. And the curvature around this living area allows for a very expansive view out towards the west, including the CBD as well as the Albert Park, and of course beyond into the beach as well. Similarly to the 3-bedroom option, living area and the bedroom areas can actually be separated from each other. The developer has informed me that there is an option for these living areas to be disconnected to the point that the door that's installed to disconnect these two areas can become a hidden door so that no one would actually know where the bedrooms would even be, and use this living area completely as even a function space where public reception of your guests could occur. So in that sense, I think the design of this project has been quite exquisite and has been incredibly different. Not to mention that there is private chef service available to the 35 units that are within the First Light project, that should you want to welcome and entertain your guests, that private chef is available for entertaining any one of your guests for a meal. First Light is a project that simply cannot do justice just by watching this video alone. There are upgrades, there are design features, and there's so many fine touches that the developer has put in, not just by way of product design, but also by way of service provision as well. This project comes with amenities, it comes with proximity and location. People with children going to Melbourne Grammar School can literally take the underpass over the Anzac station to send the kids straight away. This area is highly luxurious, and the service offering is completely different to any other apartment project that I personally have ever seen. So I welcome you to visit this showroom to consider your options within First Light, with a link and the information available in the description below. Thank you.